I'm gonna start this because I'm picking decks and there's a lot happening. There's things popping out. So yeah, a little bit scattered here. Okay, we have now I'm supposed to record this part while I'm getting ready. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot going on energetically. Bottom, split. This is what came out. It's gifts and connections. I have the Four of Swords in reverse that came out when I was just touching the Black Tarot, and the Ten of Pentacles when I was touching, what is that one called? The Dancing in the Dark Tarot, like touching it. There is a major, significant part of you, significant in the amount, percentage of space it takes up inside of you, that you've healed. It's inner child wounding at its core. and you've healed it. You didn't do it alone, but you did all the work. This is a crown chakra connection in a way you have never experienced before, which then all of your chakras become in a way you've never experienced before, because your crown chakra is able to receive more now than it ever has, right? So it's going to go all the way to your root, you know, cycle. It feels like right now the focus is crown and third eye and maybe throat. But it's your sight, it's your gifts, your clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, claircognizant. You can Google all of those. That's what this is, but it's also connected to your intuition, meaning like how much you're able to hear it, distinguish it from anything else, and follow it. Like your manifestation powers are very strong, and they're opening up deeper, and they're able to come through. Like you're not even really, your manifestations right now may not necessarily be like outright asking, but it could look like this. Like an example is, gosh, I really want to go to the market today, but I can't make it there and back because I'm ABCDE body-wise. But gosh, it would be great if I could get a ride, if someone would come and pick me up and we would go, and then I could walk around and then drive home and it would be good. And then that happens. So that's just more like, be aware that when you're in that state, when it's more of like an idea and you're like, it's a pure truth. And so if it's a desire or a demand or need, and it's a pure truth, and you're coming from a pure place, it's likely to manifest. So be aware of your states. It's subtle change, okay? It's a subtle change. But you watching this right now are watching this because you're going to be able to pick up on it. You feel me? The 10 of Pentacles was the first card. And that's what the overall theme of this whole thing is. It is the end sight is your legacy. Do you know what your legacy is? If this is the card that came up, you all do. You do. There's still some figuring out to do to get there all the way. I keep hearing like wording is important. Details. End game, end goal, and then that's the focus. What's the end goal? So the end goal for me is, I'm going to maybe figure this out right now, some of it. The end goal for me is to have more than one environment, home location, that are my home, that I own, that are in different, one in the city, one on a coast, one in my dad's home country, one out in the middle of around mountains. So the point is to have experience every season and every element in their most purest form, in their highest vibration. Have homes in those places that are mine, that will be passed on to the family, like to the line, right? Keep going. In that, those homes are all inspirational, safe. You feel me? So that's only one part. That's my end goal. So I don't necessarily need to know exactly what it's going to look like to get there. What I need to know is where's my end goal and what kind of work is required to get me there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like going now forward and working back to present and looking at the pieces that put it together. So that's just one element. So then there would be like a career end goal and a relationship end goal and a creativity end goal, or whatever, and a spiritual end goal. Do you know what I mean? Whatever it is. So for some of you guys, this is all like you're figuring that out too, or this is like a hello alert, I guess, to relook at what your plan is, but from a different perspective now. Open it a little. Oh, sorry. There's so much happening energetic wise, and now I'm like feeling nauseous. I'm actually wondering if it's time for one of my medicines. I turned the alert off because I didn't want it'll stop the recording. But I think I'm going to go run and take it and come right back and then start pulling more. Okay, so far this is about becoming. It's about you being on the next level of your life. You've jumped timelines, your frequencies have shifted, and you are up and maintained in a new one. And in this new one, you are more yourself than you've ever been. And so these are all reminders that you are a sacred rebel. How dope is that? That's what this one means. A sacred rebel. It's this kind of like the star card. It's like you've been through the tower, you've been through all these struggles and obstacles, you've made your choices, you've climbed out of it, you've resteadied yourself, and now here comes the star, where like things there's ease and peace and relief in your life, which directly cause you to bloom, brighter, right? And this is a reminder to recognize, to remember that you are in the beginning stages of this one part of you, of this deepest part of you. You're in the beginning stages of ever being in that, and then letting that go outside of you, sharing it. So let your timeline be your own, and stay in alignment. Don't forget that. Don't jump forward, and don't fall backward if things come and challenge you. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is where you are, and you're like getting there. I don't know. Regardless, I'm just going to pivot. It's about allowing yourself to continue to embody all of this, and also it is equal connected, that the embodying it equals sharing it and being open. Do you understand? So wide open to the universe, and open, wide open to everything in your highest vibrational good at a pace that you can successfully receive and evolve and expand on. Feel me? It's important, the mirror aspect of the mirror truth. It is the truth that we are all mirrors, and this specifically is about you and your specific mirror, and how important it is for the world, for the collective consciousness, for every energy that exists. You all watching this are directly contributing to the upholding of a pure frequency in its purest state. Very, very strong. It's like selenite. You guys plug into selenite. Selenite charges every other crystal. Selenite doesn't need to be charged. Selenite can be in the sun, but is connected to the moon, and it's a direct link to the source energy, whatever your source energy is. This is important. So the care and keeping of you is crucial for that, to the care and keeping of the frequency, which in turn affects the collective consciousness on every form. Human, energetic, plant, whatever, and animal. Do you feel me? And this guy is all about the confidence, having the confidence in yourself to show up who you are, because you're weird. You're going to be considered weird, but a good weird. Okay, it's not bad, and you have been in it enough to be present outside externally of you, with you in your weirdness, and you've done it enough that you can now deflect and handle the incoming energies that might challenge it and maintain your core still. You feel me? Just use your timeline and keep expanding that. Keep growing your ability to deflect things, to halt them to put space between you and energies, so that you can make a more presently conscious decision in what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? So that you're able to maintain, it's kind of like slow, steady, rhythmic, harmonious, continuous, melodic, energizing, refueling, replenishing energies. I don't know where I was going. I don't know. I have a headache. Hold on. I don't know. I'm going to move forward because I really don't have any idea what I was saying, and I won't know until I watch it back, and I don't want to stop it right now. Do I? No, but I do think when I want to smoke. It is to maintain your alignment, and part of the way to achieve that is the movements that you take are measured in balanced, not thinking, but your knowing and your being and your doing are all in alignment. So that's whatever rhythm is your natural rhythm. It could be a faster rhythm, but it's not one that's exhausting or depleting. So there's no timeline but your own, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, these are, I think, the next ones. Wait. Oh no, it's these. Oh wait, hold on. It's the After Tarot. Can't tell exactly. I think this one. Okay. 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 Hold on. Okay. This is going to be our overall, and this is going to be our story. This I'm not totally sure about, but we're going to do it, yeah, this way. Okay. So what we have on the bottom was the one that took me so long to figure out. If you've watched yesterday's reading, it's the Queen of Swords again. And under it is the Eight of Cups. This is after you've chosen to walk away from something. This is being focused on one thing. Peacefully, though. In alignment with your goal, with your truth, with your knowledge, which, goes to this, which is in your power, standing strongly, beautifully as truth and gentle. Yes, one slight movement could slice that butterfly, but that it's not going to happen because there's alignment happening. If the queen needs to, she can do that. But she's, look, the butterfly, it's about also what is being drawn toward you. You are emitting a signal, a bunch of signals, literal signals, okay? Waves. They are reaching all different energies. And some of those energies are going to choose to plug into it, and some of them are going to flow with it, just keep pushing it on, and some are going to come seek the origin out. You can handle it. You can handle it. You're not in that same stage of your life, and you're not that same age you were when all of this got stripped away from you. All of your confidence in yourself and your identity, your safety. You have healed that part. And you are the you are the present version now of that healed aspect of your younger self. So you are coming from that full perspective, and you can recognize the energies. And even though at first you might still feel this, like whatever that toxicity or was, that negative feeling for you, it may reappear again, but it won't be long. It would be enough that when it's coming in, you'll be able to recognize it and be able to redirect it. Do you understand? Trust in your ability to do that. This is what that's saying. Gently fierce. Fierce only when needed. And when not needed to be in that preserver mode, it's calm and serene. It's the Queen of Swords is the breeze on your skin when it's warm out. It's that cool breeze exactly when you need it, and for however long, and it'll come back and replenish. That's the Queen of Swords in her upright power. All this nonsense about how the Queen of Swords is a bitch, no. And that's more reverse, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see what the main card is. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Oh God. That's a reward, and that's exciting, and that's a little bit scary because you're on the wheel and it's going. You're not blocking it or diverting it or redirecting it. You're in flow. And so if this is written, what was written is being enacted. What was written by you and your source energy before your energy took the form of the human body. You feel me? If you believe in radio waves, just let it expand from there. Think about you, think about bodies. You feel me? Okay. Let's see what this is. I'm not sure about this, but right, this one's standing out to me. The Nine of Cups. The Ten of Cups. That's your generational wealth, your happily ever after. That's both of these. It's encompassing everything. It's having stability financially, what's the word? Shelter, like you know what I mean? Stability there. I'm just gonna keep moving. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I think you know what I mean. The Knight of Wands. Okay. Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, Knight of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. The Four of Wands is the one that was sticking out to me. And the Ace of Swords. This is being clearer about what your personal happiness, successful happiness looks like for you. What are the things that make that up? Your wishes, your deepest wishes. See, I hesitate to say that because I feel like people don't understand what I mean, and I don't know what the words are. Because we have a tendency to poo-poo our desires and our wishes. And so that's what I would say. Look at your deepest wishes and your deepest desires. And then if any of them cause you to like immediately gaslight yourself, like, oh, like write it off, like, oh, that's just being too whatever, that look back at it. Because it's very likely that that's a belief you took on and it's not yours. And whatever that desire is totally, perfectly reasonable and yours. Like it's you deserve it. The words. But do you feel what I'm trying to say? Okay, I'm also hearing the sharing aspect of all of this, which in this case means generous and generous of spirit. It's being open and opening up and allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to have vulnerability to be vulnerable. But like every time we breathe, we're vulnerable. So, you feel me? Like, if that's the base truth, then what does anything else make sense? If the base truth is every time you breathe, you're vulnerable, what is there to hide from? Do you know what I mean? Why was I going on about that? It's important. Sharing and generous is what I'm hearing. Sharing your time, your energy. I haven't had a reading like this where I'm so like, oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. This is hilarious. I'm a living example for you. All of this you've seen, this whole reading, is because I just jumped up timelines. I just had my crown chakra open in a way that it's never been able before. This literally all just happened to me. And so there is a learning curve when the energies are coming in because they feel different, and how I've been conditioned to treat that feeling of unfamiliarity is to see it as something wrong, that I'm doing something wrong, and not recognize that's what I'm feeling is a change. Hold on, which direction is the change coming from? And then, oh, it's just like the 90-second uncomfortable thing. It's like the 90-second, I don't know how long period of shifting into like getting fitted by a tailor with your new clothes. You know what I mean? You already have the clothes and they fit you, but there's some little tweaks, and now you're in that period. Yeah. All this to say, there's still part of you that still needs to be unconditioned, okay? And there's going to be things that challenge it. And if you're afraid that you won't be able to do it, this reading is a confirmation that you can, you will, and you are doing it. And just to remember, yes, there's always going to be challenges. They just will affect you in profoundly different ways, and it will be for the better. Like, the better. Okay, so what this wheel is moving toward is your legacy, is this. Your happily ever after, your abundance in this lifetime, your stability, your inspiration, consistent. It's not going anywhere. You've made your energetic imprint and then your physical imprint, both, because we're divine and human, right? So we need a 3D representation of the 5D equal. You feel me? And you've done it, and it's now set in motion. So this is just don't forget about yourself. Keep believing in yourself. Keep nurturing yourself. You are on a path to this, but it's starting with truth. You're starting with the truth on your side. That's the foundation. And it goes right into the Four of Wands, which is a marriage. It's a merging of two formerly separate entities combining to make a new entity together, right? And that's what this is. It's career, it's relationships, it's all those things. And it's just being more present and maintaining your presence, and being more present in your perspective and how you look at what your end goals are and what you define successful as. Do you know what I mean? How you define things. It's being measured in your movements. It's allowing your everything to flow so that your pulls of your heart that feel good, that you would normally be terrified of, you let yourself go into them and flow and follow through, because your feet are more grounded. You are more tethered, not tethered, but connected in a way, and it is balanced and it's continual. You can trust in it. And when it's time for you to make that more pronounced move, that more like for outside forceful move, it's not the right words, you can do it. You know how to use that Knight of Wands energy, how to harness it into the perfect impetus for action. Not impulsive, but like being what's your response, not your reaction. Do you know what I mean? This is cool. Okay, I'm looking at the before tarot. Hold on. I don't know. The Three of Pentacles. This is the before tarot. It's the beginnings of moving out of your period of healing and isolation and solitariness, and carrying your solitude with you and putting yourself out there, and the beginnings of you making partnerships. And whoever you are making partnerships with, these are soul ties. Every different facet that the partnership would fit in, career, family, friends, romantic, they all connect to each other. They all connect to your 10 of Pentacles and your end game. You feel me? All of it. So I think that that's what's this wheel is right now, is bringing in, pay attention to the opportunities you have for collaborations and co-creations right now, and for expanding your soul family. Yeah. Take a step back and just open your lens when you're receiving, and keep yourself in alignment as you're witnessing, so that you know which people, which situations are the one that is the fit, that is you are most in alignment with for a sustained period of time, right? You want to, when you meet energies, you need to have, or you want to have a space. You want to allow for space to see if this energy that you met, was it actually on your same frequency, or was it visiting? How long was it able to visit for? Is this an equal to you if it's just visiting? Do you know what I mean? It's understanding all of this, like the story of where you are right now is the understanding of all of your spiritual power and how it translates into your this life self, and how to manage it and nurture it and honor it. That's what this all is. The Magician. That's literally what I just said. It's taking all of that 3D, 5D and making it in the 3D. It's time. That's what's about to happen. You're about to start seeing your manifestations. The Knight of Pentacles. What's underneath it? The 10 of Cups again. But it's in them in the rain. it's important right now to build upon your faith. Whatever that looks like for you, your faith in yourself and your faith in your purpose, your faith in outside energies. It's very important to every day make that real and keep that in your line sight, in your sight, because doubt in it, doubt in your abilities, letting fear direct you, you're still newly getting familiar to this. So there's a little bit of possibility to stay in the low when it comes in. It's just saying a more specific way to look at how that could be happening and you could be your own obstacle is the self-doubt you have. Even if it's probably immediate, and it's probably, you might even just push it away because it's been coming your whole life or for so long that it's always there. This is saying slow down, because those things will affect what you're manifesting. But that's not like a doom and gloom, okay? Because it's the Magician right here and the Knight of Pentacles underneath that. It's just, in order to allow this wheel to keep moving forward the way it's meant to, your faith in it and in yourself and all of your abilities needs to stay equal with the speed of the wheel. The wheel isn't moving faster than you. The wheel is going to move in sync with you or not. You have a lot of power, if not all of it, I have to really think about this, in the speed of the wheel. It could be stronger than you at times if you're not in alignment and move on without you. You feel me? But it can't speed you up. You and your actions and your choices and your ability to stay in alignment with self and source is what directs the speed of everything else, the pace of everything else. Does that make sense? Okay. Oh, okay. There's this deck. It's a Sacred Sites deck. It's Oracle deck. So that's where we're moving to. Because I felt before this even started, hold on. I felt really strongly travel. And then this deck, which is about going to different sacred sites, was like, boom. So we're going to look at these. There's not that many. Bodhi Gaia and Dinah. I don't know what these are, but we're going to look at them. Keep noticing the difference in the similarities in the entrances. Feels like one is very guided by the divine and one is to maybe clear out. I'm not sure. Okay, so what else came up is Devil's Tower and Externstein. I'm gonna pause and I'll be right back. Germany, India, Malta, and the US. Hold on. The story of St. John the Baptist, the theory that St. John the Baptist was actually the true Messiah. These are things to look up. The Pleiadians, that's a galaxy. The Seven Sisters, these all are things for you to look into and might resonate. I'll be back in a second. Okay, so the overall guidance is about creating a sanctuary, whatever that means to you, in all of the ways. In your living space, it's definitely, it's about having a place you go to, you consider a sanctuary that is safe for you and rejuvenating and recharging and all of those things. So I'm going to go through these and tell you the exact locations for any of you that this resonates with and you feel a pull to go. So Externistien is a temple, and it is in Lippe, Lippe, Germany. And there's stone pillars that are supposed to be symbolic of the sacred energy of the cosmos that holds up the universe. Okay, sorry. Okay, the second one is in Dinah. It is Malta, and it is about, this one is about St. John's ambulance and knights and the legacy of knights. So if that is resonating with you, go for it wherever it takes you. And then the last one is Bodh Gaya, and it is Bihar, Bihar, India, and the Mahabodhi Temple. So the guidance is you're super dope. The message is you're super dope. You've done a fuck ton of healing and work on yourself. You are now feeling the upsides of all of that, and you are still expanding. So just keep going. The universe has literally got your back. You're on the wheel. Enjoy the ride. Feel the breeze. Keep yourself. You will enjoy the ride as equal to the amount of yourself that's in alignment. Okay. I feel like this was chaotic and everything, but thank you for hanging out. And I will see you when the next one comes through. Ciao, ciao.